gentlemen. I'm sitting there talking to myself. I thought I'd just turn the camera off, but I didn't realize that I wasn't even streaming.
Catch you later.
So I basically turned it off because I was going invisible. Check out this. This is the other shader besides. It's the ice shader beside. That's the one that comes with that Trinity, with the strand. So basically, I can do that, or I can do this. Now Strand Man again. Look at this. Iceman. Alright. I think Canada might actually has. I love that. I love the blue. I'm more of a blue person than green, but I still like the Strand Man. I don't know. I have to switch stuff around. I just have to, man. I don't know. I just like changing up. Like, look at my kid. Just like, I don't wear the same clothes every day. That's boring, right? Hey, buddy. I always say, hey, $8. Oh. It might actually look good. It might actually good. I don't like the orange, but the chest piece might look actually good. Okay, whatever. Electro Iceman.
How you living?
Electro Iceman. That's a combination. Look at a helmet. I mean, it looks like a. It is. It's like a war helmet. That's funny.
I didn't know Cade well. Knew I didn't like him.
Shift instead of dodge. Yeah, I might unlock that later with the. Just gotta get this off. All right. So I'm gonna be. I was using the new chest earlier. So basically, now I set it up where I can still do my spinny thing with with this. I love it. I love this, the spin up. It just doesn't. The chest, it drops like 3 chain reaction volt shot like explosives. So that's what the chest does. The boots I got on works for this. So basically, when you dodge, you leave by. But this one, your threadling spectre has increased duration, durability, and damage. It releases additional threadlings. So, yeah, it's basically going. If you do that in the middle of a bunch of enemies, it's just going to take them. It's going to take aggro. If you've played MMOs like like a tank, you'll be like a tank. You'll be taking the aggro. Oh, curious about this mask. That does look cool though. Just say. You know what? I haven't even looked to see what the new. I'll say it might look good with this. I don't know, man. I don't really like. Let's see. Let's check the chapters. See, it's definitely a darker blue. Anyway. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's true. I don't know how this thing's going to react. That's cool. That does look good. Kinda. So it's basically just gonna be white. It's tilt. So that's not bad. It's not too crazy. That's a little too much. Nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. That was pretty cool. Well, I loved it. Hey, they're Russian. Sorry. That just beats everything. What? Oh, I was like, what? Alone in the dark again, 207. I need to do this, but I'm not doing it right now. This is too late. Takes so long. Yeah, I've got to get this last one done too. Freaking people keep leaving. What? Oh, never mind. That's the dungeon. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I just now noticed it was a dungeon. Yeah, I've soloed a dungeon before, and I'm not doing it ever again. Definitely not this one. Yeah, that's out of the question. Let's just go do a strike or something, man. Do a nightfall. Even though I don't want to do a nightfall. Yeah, I don't need to do nightfall. I forgot I can. Yeah, I've already got the weapon, so I can get more rolls of the weapon. This really good. It's a 3-shot burst, which that's like I said earlier is what I like. This thing, I'm telling you guys, y'all do not realize how good that is. I'm actually will show you. Shotgun, yeah, do that. Okay. Check out this gun, dude. Look at that. Oh, icy hot. Check out this one though. This one's beautiful. Just kidding. Yeah, look at that. That is sick. I think I have it on this one. Yeah. Oh, I did not. Sorry, I thought I put it. What? Did y'all notice that? One of them's moving, one isn't.
Intel reported increased crew activity. Seems they were right.
Never good when the Cabal get this frisky.
Whatever they're planning will be less effective without a commander. Get in there and take them out.
Dang, bro, this thing is so strong. Yeah, I prefer hip firing. There's no freaking yeah. Try to fire aiming in, dude. It kicks like a mule. I'm serious. It's crazy. Look at that, 2 shots, bro. 2 freaking shots. And I got an exotic. I got an exotic. Get out of here, I'm about to get freaking toasted. See, it's not bad if you're just taking 1 shot. Like, you're done, bro. I don't care, I got you first. Yeah, don't worry about me, bro.
Centuries. If either side were competent, they'd have wiped each other out already. So the task falls to us.
That's not nice. I love this gun. I think it might become my favorite. I'm not even joking, guys. It is I mean, those missiles and everything. I mean, it just does so much damage, bro. Watch this thing. Watch it. Remember, this is a freaking champion. Look at that, dude. Crazy.
Crow's intel indicates the commander is nearby. Challenge them and tie this off. We've got other fires burning.
No, what happened? Only what killed me? Oh, man.
I think these Cabal like you. They keep coming back for more.
Good thing we've got light to spare.
Oh. Yeah, way to go, guys. Way to put the all black armor on. That does look pretty cool though. The blue. I just like it because it looks so much more. It looks so much. Okay, let me see this again. Okay, look at this gun, right? Okay. See how it's flowing? Or it stops. What? Oh, there it goes. Look at it. It goes and it stops. It starts going real fast. Okay. So yeah, there it goes. It's moving. That's crazy. It looks like the ice moving, like a glacier moving. That's so cool. Dude, I gotta get this. I gotta get this. Look at that. That is amazing. That is like this. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right now. Cause all I have to do is spend $5. If I had to spend more than $5, I would not get it. Cause I've gotta watch my spending. Cause it's just so I'm putting a limit on myself, and this so I can't spy. I'm trying not to spend any more than $10 on my credit card. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, it's just you gotta somehow control it because it was getting out of hand, man. I was spending like $20 here, and it adds up, dude. My bill was like $200 just on like gaming
Pretty sure
stuff.
they know you're coming now.
So it was kind of ridiculous. This thing is just, I forgot, honestly, I forgot all about this one. This is just so good. I mean, look how beautiful, look at that gun. Huh?
You alive and well?
Yeah, how'd you like to shoot that? You're a guy, you gotta be. It's a rule.
Well, I didn't hunt.
Well, I mean, I like target shooting. I don't like hunting. I like the people to do the Glock like I have. They do the pistol contest where they move target to target. That's crazy. That's what I like. I don't like hunting.
I mean, it's great for sport, but I don't mind carrying protection because people crazy. In the last days, the Lord said everybody.
Guardian, I need those cleared so I can tap into the network.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about, this is the game I've been playing for 10 years, and this is one reason why, because it's all the guns I'll never shoot. Like, this gun shoots like lightning, so you ain't ever gonna see that. That's what I'm saying. Well, there are certain guns that right now. Did you know that our next jet they've actually made it where now they can shoot laser, like a laser beam, and they're putting they're using lasers to shoot missiles on ships. So that now they've made lasers. The problem was it took so much to cool them off that they couldn't make them small enough. But now they have the new jet, the Dark Star. Y'all didn't watch the new Top Gun, did you? Did y'all watch it? Yeah, y'all did watch it. You know in the beginning where that went 10,000 miles per hour. Actually, it's real. That's the Air Force released it, that they were making that actual ship, and it's gonna go Mach 6, 10,000 miles. Well, it looks like an alien ship. Yeah, this thing will outrun any rocket. That's how fast it is. Well, you remember in the movie when the beginning where it showed him you could actually see him moving from they did an outer space shot, and you could see him going across the globe. Literally, they said you can get from New York to, it goes between 6 and 10,000 miles per hour. The fastest one we have right now is 2,000 miles per hour. So it's almost triple. They said it's the most advanced, and I'm like, well, what else do we not have? Yeah. Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know the name. I know that name. So, Gibbs. I wonder if he does YouTube videos, because it seems like I've seen a video before. Yeah, a lot of these guys, like prophecy guys, they have their own YouTube page, and they do like 20-minute or an hour video, and to let people know what's going on. But I'm just saying, he might have teachings on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys do. Yeah. That's what those guys do at Liberty, the Liberty Council. Well, they've had the guy from the President of Liberty. He does that bluegrass band. But they have the Liberty Council. They represent all those people that like the homosexuals that try to sue, you know, the bakery and all that. They handle all those cases. That movie, God's Not Dead, the second movie, at the very end, they scrolled out and showed the case and what was brought against Christians. They were showing like, I mean, there were dozens and dozens of cases that we never even heard about. How much people are attacking Christians and we don't even know about it. He's like, yeah, right. But Liberty does it for free. I said, like when it's a big case like that, Liberty will do it for free. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I don't know. What? Sometimes cherry, I can't even taste the cherry. That's weird. It's weird. I like blueberry muffins and other stuff, but I don't like blueberries by themselves. It tastes weird to me. It tastes almost artificial.
Open sesame. Perimeter towers ahead are back online and reading you as hostile. Mind your steps.
400,000 people. These people took multiple vitamin stuff.
Yeah.
The other 400,000 last 20 years.
Perimeter towers in range. Stay hidden, Guardian.
The people who lower mortality.
Eyes up, Guardian. Literally.
Yeah. Right. Well, you know why? Well, no, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, people are, the GMOs are putting in our food. Like they said, no matter if you go to the supermarket, there's no nutrients in the food even. But everything, even the farmers that, you know, Monsanto's. You ought to look at the documentary on Monsanto's. They are like probably the most evil company. They're the one that's putting all the. Anyway, you know the baby powder. Remember they came out was giving people cancer. That's what I'm saying. I keep telling Mom, if you can't trust baby powder, what in the world can you trust? I know, but that's my point. They're putting something now in it that causes women to have cancer. That's what I'm saying. But if you can't trust baby powder, there's no point in worrying about it. That's why when I told you the other day, I don't worry about it. Oh yeah, you can take too much of anything. Yeah. We learned about that at oh, I took a nutrition class at Johnson Wells, and she was talking about all the vitamins, some that you like. Vitamin C, you pretty much have diarrhea. You can't take too much. Vitamin C, you can take 10,000 milligrams. Like it's, but there's certain ones like magnesium, you'll get the runs. Like some of it is not deadly, but other ones are deadly. You just can't trust anybody. Well, you know what they can't test? Who God keeps alive. And that's fact. I mean, that's a big part of it. Well, she told me, like, the nutritionist, she said that the vitamins you get over the counter, hardly any of it's absorbed in your body. Yeah.
What's that saying you used to like, Elsie? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Spot on. Though I might have taken it too literally.
Yeah. Yeah. People just, it's all about money. People, it's all about people wanting to live forever, and they don't believe in God, and so they're trying to basically live forever by taking all these vitamins and all that. And yeah, but I know, but that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what it's vanity. These people are vain. They want to live forever. I'm like, well, just believe in God and then you'll live forever. It's stupid. And so they take all this crap. They don't know what they're taking. I mean, it's just stupid. Well, that's why I don't like, I don't.
I'm taking right now, I take potassium, but potassium is not a vitamin.
Certain things like potassium, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, certain of those things, it won't hurt you. Like, you could take a massive amount and it won't hurt you. And you might make you run. Yeah. Yeah, like iron and all that. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that's why athletes eat bananas all the time. Well, not in the heat and shit. Yeah, I mean, but it's better than nothing though. I mean, if you drink. Yeah. Yeah, but I think those are more for like pro athletes that are. I don't think most people don't get. I mean, playing golf, you're not expelling that much. Where it's not like football players where they need like soccer. I need a Gatorade because I was constantly running. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous though. Yeah. Oh, you die. Once you get a certain point in with heat stroke, you can die. There's no coming back from it. I've had to do that. We started practices in August. It was awful. I hated it. Well, you also get kids who don't think about it and think I'm young, I don't need that. Yeah. Some people just, they take for granted how important hydration is. Like doctors will tell you, almost every doctor will tell you that people around the world are at 90. I think one doctor said that 90% of the people in the world are at least one stage of dehydration. Because even if your mouth is dry, you know, when you're thirsty, that's a part of dehydration. Yeah, but there's a bunch. But what people don't understand, there's a bunch of stages there. There's not just like, yeah, I know, it'll stay up. That's that's dangerous if that happens. Yeah. Yeah, the black guy I was telling you about that used to moved beside me in Charleston. He was real nerdy, like the guy from Fresh Prince, the brother. he would carry around a jug, a 2-gallon jug, and he would drink on that all day long.
The longer I am away from Europa, the more I understand the sorry state this system is in. Can't even hold a station orbiting your own planet.
I had suggested destroying the station with a missile strike, but the Coalition commanders talked me down. Apparently, it's too strategic.
Well, I know. That's why, like I said, soccer, we didn't drink water. We drank Gatorade.
With my name on it, don't
Yeah.
you? Without the station, you lose control of this entire
But I think
situation.
unless you're just massively sweating, I think golf, you could just drink water.
Fix Rasputin and manually realign his network afterwards.
Elsie, I get where you're coming from, but we can't gamble on that being ready before the witness shows up.
Yes, precisely. Listen to your sister, Elizabeth.
See, that's the thing, Dad. I don't worry about that stuff. Like, no, I know. I'm just saying. I know what you're saying. I've looked up all that stuff, but like, I don't care. Like you said, you didn't care about guns. No, I'm just saying I don't care about what these doctors say because they all say different crap. I just don't care. Well, that's my point. That was my point to you. Is like when me and you would get in arguments. It's like, well, if I disagree with you, then when you know, it's like, don't I get to make my own opinion? You know, as far as like taking things, like you got mad about me drinking those energy drinks, but that energy drink was it's a non-GMO. And if you go look up the daily allowance for caffeine, it's 400 milligrams, and I never went over 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. So that's what I was trying to tell you. I didn't sit here and just chug it all at one time. I know about stuff that I've taken in my body. I've learned it from culinary school. I've learned it from being in the military. They told us all that kind of stuff. But that's what I'm saying. They go from caffeine's good, caffeine's bad. Wine's good, wine's bad. They keep going back and forth. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, but they say, no, that's actually not true. That's not, yeah, but that's because you're sensitive. If you're sensitive, that's different. But they have actually, they actually lower, you know how they lower like Tylenol? Used to be take 4,000 milligrams, but they lowered it to 3,000? Tylenol a day. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen is Tylenol. But like you get Tylenol 500 milligrams. I'm saying a 24-hour period used to be 4,000 total. Yes, because that's 8 a day. But now they lowered it to 3,000. Well, I'm just saying. My point is they lower. So they've lowered. Like I'm nowhere near. Like I'll take a little bit of caffeine and just to wake me up. But they say the best way to do it is do it in small amounts throughout the day. Like don't drink a big cup at one time.
Lots of movement ahead.
Well, you've drank, Dad. If you drank Mountain Dew or Coca-Cola, you've had energy drink. And there's some that are worse than others. That's why you gotta look. Well, I know, but still, I'm just saying, coffee, anything like that, like people at church live off coffee. So I mean, that's basically a drug. I mean, I guarantee you, there's people like my sergeant at nuclear plant drank a whole pot before he even got to work. 10 cups of coffee. So I guarantee he was up into the thousands, but when he wasn't drinking it, he was in he would be the biggest butthole in the world, and we would know by just the way he was acting if he didn't drink it. He was addicted to it. Well, that's good. Well, yeah, but the liquor's going to be way more worse for you, though. I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people in churches, they just drink. Yeah, but they're like, churches are known. That's like the drug that's never talked about in the church. It's like everybody. Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, there's people that live off that stuff. I mean, literally, when I was in the, I had to work, when I had to work 18-hour days in the military on that ship, I had to drink coffee. There's no way I couldn't. Well, yeah, that's. Yeah. Well, they made it strong at the nuclear plant. They made it strong, but what I did is I diluted it with milk. That's what I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but people, they get it. You build up a tolerance, just like alcohol. It's the same thing. Well, they get hyped up on caffeine, and they smoke a cigarette to calm them down.
I'm reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead. I don't like this. It feels like a trap.
Let's spoil their plans.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not. I do not like anything coffee flavored at all. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. The Olympic swimmers, they take 20 milligrams of caffeine, like you can buy chewing gum or something with 20 milligrams. Okay, our average coffee has about 100 milligrams caffeine. 2 Tylenol is 120 milligrams. I mean, Excedrin. But swimmers, they would chew this gum like every 2 or 3 hours, 20 milligrams. So they're getting a small amount to help you focus. Basically it just helps you, people mainly take it to help. People think that it gives you energy. It actually, caffeine in the body, it doesn't give you energy. What it does is it blocks the receptors that tell you your body is tired. That's why sometimes when people start drinking caffeine, it stops working. But everybody thinks it's a stimulant, but what it does, it tricks your body into thinking that you're not tired. It's weird how it works. It's not just a stimulant.
That's her. That's Navota.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's weird how that's a downer. I mean, I could, if I was, yeah, I mean, I could feel to drink liquor drinks, but I wouldn't be high as a kite, but I could feel it. No, I'm saying, no, I mean, as well as according to who's making it too. I mean, it's. Well, see, another reason I don't care about I don't get into what these doctors think either is because alcohol kills 400,000 people a year, whether it's DUI, all the liver, healthy issues, all together when you combine that, it's 400,000 a year, but yet you see, but yeah, the beer companies and all that make so much money for the government. You see it, they don't ever go against beer, alcohol. They never talk about that. They'll talk about everything else. They'll talk about caffeine and wine and all this other junk, but they never talk about alcohol that's plastered on every sports stadium. Yeah, but they don't. That's not what I'm talking about. Though. I'm talking about nowadays. They don't care. They don't really care. They act like they care. If they cared, they would make alcohol illegal. If they cared, but marijuana doesn't kill 400,000 people a year. Not even close. There's like hardly ever any. Only time people have death from marijuana, Dad, is if they have a heart condition. You can't. No, it doesn't. Every single person I've ever talked to has always done. No. They smoke cigarette first. Drinking is more of a gateway drug. Everybody I know drank before they tried any drug. Drinking gets you high just like a drug does. So alcohol is technically that was my whole point. Is that's a lie that marijuana is a gateway drug. Yeah, but Dad, what I'm saying is everybody that has gone to harder drugs did alcohol first before marijuana. That's what my point is. Just like you said, like 1 or 2 beers isn't bad. If you smoke a couple drags of marijuana, it's not going to hurt you. If you hurt bad enough and you like you would if you need it for. I mean, it's a lot better. You take Percocets for 6 or 7 years. That stuff was. I probably would have been dead another 3 years on those things. But Dad, you can't live in pain. You'll literally have a heart attack from your body will shut down if you can't live in pain. Well, yeah, that's why I didn't have Miralax back then. I didn't know about Miralax. Listen. I'm totally against marijuana as a recreational. I don't want it legalized for everybody. But I'm saying for medical reasons, there's absolutely but that's what I'm saying. But marijuana, it's the same thing as being responsible if they give you medicine to take. But that's what I'm saying. I think what I know and learn, I think I can make a right decision on that, and I would definitely I would use marijuana over taking Percocets if I ever had pain again like that. If it helped. Because Percocets are way worse for you. I mean, do you know our body actually there's a chemical called cannabinoids, like cannabis, marijuana. Our body literally has cannabinoid receptors. That's why you can't overdose. What happens is when you smoke it, basically they showed a little diagram of it basically blocks your receptors, and that's why you feel it. That's why it takes away pain.
I told Leon over we could get into marijuana, but his pain was so severe.
Yeah, pain pills are going to kill him.
Well, they're not going to stay out here. Doctor told us every more.
They'll make you have pain.
Well, they do good for a while. But eventually you're going to have more and more, and then they'll start affecting your body.
They'll make you have pain. They'll trick your body and literally they trick. It's a devil's drug. Yeah, but
now, if you can smoke marijuana like Janice has cancer, what the pain will help.
That's what I'm saying, but that's my whole point about our body. Why did God make our body that has an ingredient that's in marijuana? But that's what I just told you. I just said I don't agree with it for recreational because it's ruined Colorado. They said the whole town smells like marijuana. I don't listen, everything, I don't agree as a Christian. I'm looking at this from a biblical standpoint. I don't agree with anything that should be recreational. Now, if somebody wants to go drink, that's fine. They do it. I did it. But marijuana, if they had it where people could get it and not off the street, see, that's another problem. You buy it off the street, it could be laced with something. But that's my whole point.
Fentanyl crap these people taking out, it's laced with this
that's my whole point. That people who are there's people right now that are in states that are trying to take marijuana legitimately for medical reasons, like whether it be cancer or whatever, but it's still illegal. But and if they had a medical facility, these people analyze it and even look for these little mites that come on marijuana. I mean, they know exactly how much THC is in it. They can give you the kind for pain. There's a certain strains of there's like over hundreds of strains of marijuana. They're all marijuana, but they're for medical. I think it should be medical legalized. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The medical facilities that are in certain states are very mandated. They said it's one of the hardest jobs the companies to make because you're so regulated, you know, because it's, you know.
Then there's no time to waste.
Well, that's why, but I guarantee there's a lot more benefits to marijuana than liquor because they've actually been using marijuana. It shows, it's been showing. Yeah, I guarantee there's way more people drinking it than getting their fix by. Yeah, but that's not nowadays. It comes down to we live in a fallen world and people can't handle the world, and so that's what they use to fill their void. That's the truth of it. Well, that's what I said. Non-Christians. That's what I just said. I mean, as a Christian now, I've never liked drinking that much. I mean, it always made me, and that's probably why, because it made me sick because of my stomach. I just didn't know. It gave me bad hangovers. I don't know. Well, I think God says don't be a drunkard. He didn't say don't get a buzz. I mean, you know. I don't think going by what God says in the Bible, he says don't be a drunkard. That means have self-control. So that's not even, I don't even think God's against you having like a small buzz, you know, to relax. But I think the main thing God doesn't want you, he says don't ever be out of control. Don't let your mind, you know, that's the main thing God's trying to, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that was like me. When I went to go to a concert or something, or I'd drink then, and I didn't have to see. I only had to drink 1 or 2 beers, so because I saved money. Because I didn't have to drink a lot. That's when you're really drunk. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's when you're really. I don't think she got that.
Good luck.
Which I learned early.
There's a lot of people who don't have that self-control. Yeah, I know, but there's some people out there that they drink and they become alcoholic. Well, yeah, but I'm saying they get addicted to it. That's what I'm saying. You weren't drinking to be happy. I mean, you're drinking to relax, maybe, but not you. These people nowadays, they drink because they have no hope. Yeah, but that was my whole point, though. They were probably unhappy. There was things going. I mean, there's always an underlying reason why people don't drink just to drink. You're going to drink because you're either trying to relax or you're miserable and you're depressed. Those are two reasons.
You have 5 kids, and you work 7 days a week, and you work 2 jobs like my brother. I mean, it'd be nice sometimes just have people.
That's not what. Yeah, I don't have a problem. That's not what I'm saying. Though I'm saying the people that. I'm talking about the people that do it all the time and they beat their kids and you know all kind of crap like that. Well, that's how a lot of people back then were.
We'll need to open up the canvas again.
Yeah. Oh, I know you. I know you told me about that before. Well, most of the time the small people don't. It's always the big goof bags, and then they get their butts knocked out by. Yeah. Well, he worked in a mill. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't the Papa on there. I know he was that. He was. I was a. I know, but me? No. Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, as a grandfather, that's not. Well, he was also in the military, so that puts on another degree. Well, see, that's what kind of got me where I had to make sure I'm careful with my temper because, you know, they taught us things I could kill somebody. Like, I mean, you gotta be, actually, I think if you're military, I don't know if this but I think they actually will charge you with a greater crime if you've been trained in the military. But if you get in a fight with somebody or kill somebody, they actually will charge you for something greater because you've been, I don't know. See, that's why I couldn't stand going to bars anymore because one, I don't like being around drunk people to get on my nerves. Two is if I saw something I didn't like, especially. Well, that's different. Well, no, I didn't go to. I mean, I didn't really. I mean, I've only been in like 2 or 3 fights my whole life. I mean, I didn't. We went to like sports bar. We didn't go. You know, that's another thing. It's the kind of bar you go to. If you go to a motorcycle bar, you're probably gonna see fights. Well, I'm just saying, most time when we went to a bar, it was there was maybe a band playing, or either it was a sports bar. We didn't go to nightclubs where. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, you know, the nightclubs are where there's a lot of fights because you have the women in their clothes. But most of the people I hung out with were like, you know, surfers, and we didn't go to like clubs. We weren't that. We went to sports bars and we went to concerts. We didn't go to. I mean, yeah, I've been to Hooters before, and the food's terrible. But I mean, if you go there, well, yeah. But I'm like, you know, it's like going to a museum. You can't touch this stuff. It's not fun. What's the point of going to Hooters if you just don't want to look? I mean, I never really. That's why I've never been. I've been to strip clubs before, but I'm like, it's pointless. Like you're like, it's like looking at a Lamborghini not being able to drive it. I mean, I know it's a bad comparison, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. But I guess some guys, they never see women naked, so they want to go to. I mean, I don't know why people go to strip clubs. I mean, I know why, but I'm just saying it was never a thing like for me. It's a waste of money. Yeah. Yeah, I've never like. Yeah, I mean. I think a lot of those guys are delusional. They actually think that they're going to be to like take one home with them. Well, if they know you got money, yeah. If they see you got money. Yeah, I mean, hey, they'll do it.
Secure what we can of Charlemagne Guardian and slip away safely.
I've done that too. I bought somebody else one. I'm like, cause I'm like, I was like, I can't remember. I think we were at Derrieres or something. Went on at the beach, and they had some beautiful women though. I'll tell you that much. Oh my gosh. I've been to some though. I went to Trophy Club one time here, and I'm like, well, that's what I'm saying. Like the beach show, they were like Playboy models. But yeah, I was just like, it's like they constantly come by and ask you. I'm just like, just leave me alone. No, I never went. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, if you always see that. You'll see these old guys in there with a bunch of money, and they'll have like these young girls that keep coming by and talking to them. Well, it's either their pimp or it's either their, sugar daddy. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like degrading. And that's another thing too, when I got back to God and, years ago, I mean, cause I don't even remember what year it was when I went to a strip club. I thought about if I had a daughter, I would not want men looking at my daughter like that. I know, but I'm just saying that's how I looked at it. But that's how I looked at it. I was like, I don't feel comfortable going these places. I'm like, I know God don't want me. I was like, but it's like, it's just like the way, it's like just gross. The way the men were looking at them is just, it's like, well, I'm not doing that. I ain't dating another girl unless she's flat out Christian, 100% Bible. Yeah, but I'm like what Paul says. I'm like what Paul said. If you can deal with not having a wife, sometimes it's better and concentrate on God more. Well, that'll be to the day you die. No, I mean, no, everybody sins every day, so that's what I mean. I don't know. I think he was talking about everything. Well, I mean, but it does go for every sin. I mean, but yeah, sexual sins are the hardest thing for men. 75% of the church right now. Well, I mean, look at David. Even though he slept with Bathsheba, he still called David a man after his own, because he knew God. It was about his love. See, that's what people don't realize. It's not about sinning. It's about, do you love God? I mean, yeah, God cares if you sin, but if you can sin like the devil, but if you truly believe in Jesus and you love God, you're saved. I mean, you're not saved by what you do or don't do.
I've seen this term more than once.
Well, that's my point. There should be a change, and usually, you know, like me, I felt guilty even when I used to drink and stuff, because I don't know, I just knew it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing, but God let me, that was God's grace that He watched over me, and, well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. God, I mean, I look back at all the times where, you know, I could have been got in trouble, or.
Someone tell Saint I'll be in my study.
Well, I guess, you know, yeah, I mean, I would just, most of my, you know, I would just stay over at the friend's house. That's why I would, you know, and there was plenty of times where I could have drove home, but all it takes is that one time. I know. That's why I never got called for. I'm like one of the few friends that didn't ever get called for DUI. Well, I knew that. Well, if I would have been at somebody's house, they were like, "No, you can't stay here." But most people I hung out with, I knew well enough where I could sleep on the couch at least. Yeah, but yeah, that's not something as a teenager you want to call your parents to pick you up. I mean, but yeah, but that's why I told you, if somebody did ever tell me I couldn't stay there, I would have called you or a cab. I wouldn't have. I know it's worse. Well, now especially, but even back then, it was worse to get a DUI than get caught with marijuana. Now marijuana, you get caught with, as long as you don't have like a pound, they just throw it away. But back then, they were taking kids to jail for just having a joint. There's a lot of things bad.
Ah, should we begin then?
Well, that's the whole point. That's why I told somebody when I was witnessing somebody, I said every single thing that God tells you not to do is to keep you from killing yourself or killing others. Every single sin. I was like, I went through the 10 Commandments. I was like, that's why drinking, yes, it's not a sin to drink, but the point is, just like Adrian Rogers says, he says, one, he don't want to be that one person that takes a sip and gets addicted forever, or two, he doesn't want people seeing him and then coming up with gossip stories. So that's why he would never order wine out, you know. And he said, it's not that I thought it was bad. He said, but people come up with stories if they see a pastor drinking even a glass of wine. And so that's why he said that's when your Christian testimony comes into account. Like, that's why I don't drink and stuff like that, because if people see me doing that, they're thinking, well, he's a hypocrite Christian, which is stupid anyway. But but when they're out, most time but one thing God put in my head, and this is one of those things where I know God, you know, God talks to you, but you don't. It's weird. It's like I explained to somebody. It's like your inner thoughts, but it's something that it's said in a way that you wouldn't say it. Like I heard God say you can't choose the repercussions of your sins. So that means like, it's like if you get caught doing something, you can't complain about the consequences. Yeah. But the way it was said in my head, I never thought of it that way. Like, that's why, you'll see people say, well, I just did this, or but what they don't understand, if you do something wrong, you don't get to choose the consequences. That's like me with the soccer team. Yeah, they could have found other things to do to kick me off the soccer team, but that's the whole point is I don't get to choose. I think that was God's way of showing me I don't get to choose the consequences, whether it's killing somebody in a DUI or killing myself in a DUI. So the consequences could be anything. So it's better not to even take that chance. That's what God, I think, was saying with alcohol. It's better just not to even, like I said, unless you're talking about wine for your health. Yeah, I mean, literally, that's true. If you moderate everything, you pretty much are okay. Yeah, gluttony is exactly. Well, it's like the old, the old biblical people back. They used to smoke pipes and stuff. Like it just wasn't looked at the same. There's. Did you know they proved though they're doing research on what is it, nicotine? It's showing that it actually helps people with Parkinson, and that they found out that what was actually making people addicted to cigarettes was not the nicotine, it was those 5,000 to 7,000 ingredients in it. There's literally 5,000 to 7,000 toxic ingredients. But they got us brainwashed to where we hear nicotine, we think it's bad. So think about that. Think how evil that is, because now if they come up with something, they find out nicotine. But I'm just saying, what if they find out there's nicotine is helping with Parkinson's? There's going to be people against it because they're going to be like, no, because if you say nicotine to anybody, first thing they're going to think of is cigarette. The first thing they'll think. They do, but you just.
Now they claim it's nothing but water and tobacco. The old days, when people tobacco was big, people smoked. But people didn't smoke 3 packs a day.
But smoke is still going to hurt your lungs no matter what.
I know that, but what I'm trying to say, they didn't smoke 2 or 3 packs a day. Look at George Bush. I never saw 100 years in a damn cigar in his mouth here.
Well, yeah, that's lucky.
Well, yeah, but I mean, God knew that he liked his cigars, but I don't think smoking in the old days, people didn't smoke menthols for one thing. I think the doctors told you that Joanne, it caused more cancer than any other cigarettes. And then they started adding stuff to get people to smoke more and more, so they buy more and more.
5, yeah. I just couldn't believe it. I just can't believe. I mean, my mind goes crazy when I think about 5,000. Just try to comprehend that 5,000 poisonous ingredients.
Yeah, but the old days,
I know, but like that's crazy that's crazy that they're able to sell those legally. Like that's nowhere near it. I've done research. I'm not getting. You can have your opinion on that, but I've read over 20 doctors, and they said it's 99.9% better than cigarettes. I know. Well, no kid should do it, but it's basically it's 2 vegetable oils and flavoring and nicotine. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If that'll get somebody off cigarettes, then good. I'm just saying, I think a person will die way, way faster smoking cigarettes than vaping.
Yes.
Well, you know what it is? It's literally heat. But no, you're not inhaling smoke, Dad. That's the point. It's like if you put your head over a boiling pot of steam. That's what you're. So it's a difference between something burning like smoke and steam. Well, I mean, you don't want to be. But I guarantee you, though. I agree. That's way too much. But I'm saying I'm glad if she quit doing cigarettes. Though. That's what I mean. hookahs. Well, that's actually bad for you though. That's actual smoke. Yeah, that stuff's nasty. I've tried it. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's from over in India and Middle East. Oh well, but I'm talking about in the Middle East. Though they use those hookah things a lot, where they put the. Yeah, I mean, I tried smoking one of those Indian cigars one time about when I was little. I thought it was. I know. I was like.
Perhaps a barter is warranted.
I think what's giving cancer is their food more than anything. But there's so many people getting cancer that don't smoke. There's so many people I know that don't smoke and get cancer. I know more people that get cancer now that don't smoke than smoke and get cancer. Timothy Crowder, no, it's way more now, Dad. The cancer outbreaks are up 40% of what they were 10 years ago. Yeah, but we're in the end times. I think that's what's going on. I think things are getting like Timothy. I never thought Timothy Crowder would die of cancer. Like, I mean, you don't think anybody, but he was always in good shape. He actually did the crab fishing out there, that crazy, on TV stuff. Like, but he was no, that's what he did as a job at one point. Yeah. Up in Alaska, he was on one of those ships. Yeah, before he moved back to Charleston. Same reason when those other guys do it. He did it for one time, they make a buttload of money, he came back. Well, he's always been hard. Well, yeah, I mean, Timothy was a big guy, and he's, like I said, he's really laid back, so he hasn't been, like, he's totally laid back. I mean, one of the nicest guys you meet. Oh, I know. He wasn't nothing like that. He was laid back, real nice. Him and Jay Jordan were best friends, and I know, but I'm just saying, like, he was friends with Jay Jordan. They roomed together in Charleston with Jay, and so he would. So I would hang out with them sometimes. We'd go to a sports bar, but Jay never drank a lot. Timothy never drank a lot. I mean, I never drank a lot, but he liked to surf. We used to go surfing and stuff, and that's when Wesley was living down there too, and that's when Wesley was like just crazy. Edwards, yeah. He said Timothy told me he got mad at the guy one night and got in his car and just like went to the guy's car all the way down his car, drove straight down the guy's side of the guy's car. I think that's why when I came back, Wesley, he just looked like he was always miserable. Like every time I looked at him, he just looked like he never. And he was all he got most what in the yearbook he got most not outgoing but funny or whatever, most funny. And he was nothing like that later on. And I couldn't figure out what it was. Apparently, Timothy said when he got real into partying, he just changed him. He totally got. Well, yeah, but I'm saying he was more miserable away from his mom. I'm saying when he started drinking and partying, Timothy said he just got where he was moody all the time, and well, that's what I'm saying. That chastisement, that's what it'll do to you. That's one way he'll get you back is you'll start feeling miserable and yeah, but he never was. Out of all of us, he was wild. He was wild in his head. But no, he never got drunk. The first time he got ever drunk was when he was like 22, and we had Goldschlager, and he said it was mind over matter. He said he could take 4 or 5 shots and he wouldn't get drunk. I was like 10, and that's how stubborn he was. He is. He got drunk out of his mind, and we had to he was like, person gets drunk the first time, they kind of just go all over the place, and we were like having to keep an eye on him and stuff, and like, I think, but he only drank maybe for maybe another 1 or 2 years, he would drink occasionally, but then he finally he got, like, by the time he was working at Enterprise and got married, he wasn't drinking at all. Because he couldn't handle it. I think all the stuff of him living with, you know, not having his real mom and real dad, I think that would get in his head when he got drunk. Because he would always get real emotional. Me, I would act I would act goofy and stuff, try to make people laugh. He would get real emotional about stuff. Well, that's a whole another story.
Yeah, but a lot of them did, though. That's what was bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of the most famous people in the world died like that. Jimi Hendrix died like that.
William Holden, he actually fell and cut himself and tried to put bandages on it and kept drinking. Sleep, lay to death. You know what I mean? And you know that
Let's check. You must have messages.
He was smoking and drinking and setting the house on fire and burning himself up. Trying to catch him, you know, what's his name, Daddy, you know? Story Jones and Cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So that was some, you know, Ricky was bad. Ricky wasn't there, bro.
Yeah, I saw Richard Green playing golf on TV. I was watching on the lab. I was playing and I heard somebody, Richard Green teeing off. I was like, what?
Richard Green from Australia and another one from England.
Oh, there's 2 Richard Greens?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One fell to
Yeah, the one I saw was no E.
Welcome.
He's just playing.
Richard Green. Richard Green. See how my dad's old school. We look at things way differently. Like, I agree, like, we're both Christians, I agree with a lot of things, but a lot of things I don't agree with my dad. Like, alcohol is so much, I would make it illegal if I was president. And I know people would hate me for that. I don't care. I don't care. You know how many lives it would save if alcohol was illegal? I don't give a rip. I don't give a rip about what some secular alcoholic thinks or what a bunch of bar hoppers think. I'm like, listen, I don't care if one family is saved by me making alcohol illegal from not getting hit by DUI. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I'm very, very anti-alcohol. Like, I don't smoke marijuana, but I'm not gonna go all ballistic, or I'm not gonna be as outspoken about marijuana, because, like I said, God made our bodies, and there's some reason we have cannabinoid receptors in our bodies. I don't know why. Maybe it's for the stuff I use, Delta 8, which is nothing like real marijuana. Because I actually tried using real marijuana, but I didn't like the way it made me feel. Like, I know once because I'm a Christian, number one, and so I don't like my mind not being able to think right. You know, that's one thing as a Christian. That's one thing we always want to be able to see the world with, you know, with a clear view. You know, that's the number one thing as a Christian. We don't want to have false. I mean, that's when we got saved, God opened our eyes, you know, to the way the world really is. And so that's when I tell you all about stuff, is because I'm a Christian, and Christians can see things that people can't, that aren't saved, because God, the Holy Spirit lives inside me. That's part of God. And so, like, that's what helps me know things, you know, and show me things, and helps me think things a certain way, and helps keep my mind happy. And the Holy Spirit is what grows you, is what, you know, God too. I mean, listen, God the Father, Jesus the Son, the Holy Spirit. 3, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. There is we don't worship 3 gods. In the Bible, it talks about God in 3 different ways. He works together. It's so beyond our comprehension. Don't even try. If you get hung up on that, you're gonna have a miserable life. I'm like, that's above my pay grade. That's literally, I mean, dude, you think I know how a rocket works? But I know that there's fire coming out and sends it off. But I know that I can't just, like, get a pile of firewood and set it on fire and I'm going to make a rocket go off. You see what I'm saying? So, I know how it works, but I don't know how it works. I mean, I see how it works, but I don't know how. That's the Holy Spirit. Like, I can't explain it. But that's why Jesus said, you want me to, you know, when Paul was trying to keep, or Peter was trying to keep Jesus from going to the cross, and he said, get behind me, Satan, because Jesus knew he had to go. He had, that was what he wanted to do, to sacrifice himself to cleanse our sins. So if you just trust and believe in that he died on the cross for your sins and saved you so you can go to heaven, if you believe that and trust in that alone, you're saved, people. That's it. There is no verses you have to learn. Now, if you want to have a blessed life and grow and be able to see things like I'm talking about, that's when you need to listen to the Bible or read the Bible and listen to good preaching, or find a good church if you can. That helps with, especially if you don't have any Christians around you. Thankfully, I have my parents are both saved, so I have people I can talk to. But it'd be awful, like, to not have anybody to talk to, and you're a Christian, especially in this world. But religion is the belief that man knows what God is and comes up with rules for people to follow. Being a Christian is following Jesus and what he said to do in the Bible, and what God said. And God wrote the Bible, and men were just the people who wrote it down. You see what I'm saying? It's just like these people have used the same thing, but with demons. I mean, not the same thing, but you ever heard of automatic writing? That's what people like. They'll write a song like Stairway to Heaven, I think. They were tuned in. They were so, Led Zeppelin is so demonic, guys. If you're a Christian listening to Led Zeppelin, you better stop. Because I promise you're gonna have. Well, I can't promise, but I'm telling you, it's gonna mess you up. Your mind's not going. You're gonna have this feeling that's like, well, something's off. And what it's gonna be is God telling you to stop listening to that, because they are satanic as heck, dude. Stairway to Heaven, he wrote the song down using just like close your eyes, and it's basically the demons controlling your. It's called automatic writing, but basically, God didn't do. I mean, that's not what God. I mean, in a sense, God told the disciples. I can't remember exactly how many people. I need to remember this. How many people wrote the Bible? Because you had Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And John wrote multiple books. Paul wrote multiple books. But you have many authors of the Bible that they didn't even live in the same time period. They didn't even know each other. But God told them each what to write. So that proves that when the Bible was finally put together, the Old Testament, New Testament, it proves that God really told each author what to write, because it like the Old Testament has prophesied things about Jesus, that Jesus ended up making the prophecy true by. See what I'm saying? There's 300 prophecies that have came true already, guys, out of like 900. I think I don't know. It's I hear a different number all the time. There's 600, but there's been 300 from what I keep hearing. I know some of them, but to 100% accuracy. Like, a statistician couldn't even calculate. He said you have more of it. He said you'd have more of a chance of I don't know. He was coming up with all kind of crazy things. Like, there's the one where filling up the state of Texas with 3 foot of. He said for just 8 of the. You know what? Never mind. Okay, I'll sell it. Okay, for just 8 of the just for 8 prophecies out of 300 to come true, the likelihood by accident. He said by accident, for those 8 prophecies from the Bible to come true, it would be like this. It would be like filling the state of Texas up with 3 feet of silver dollars across the whole state. You know how big Texas is. And then having 1 silver dollar painted red, helicopter flying around, dropping it. And then somebody being blindfolded and getting in there and picking it on the first try. That's the likelihood. That's he said it's. I can't. He said he said there's so many zeros behind that for just one prophecy to come true. So, he said it's 1 in the 17th. So 1 with 17 zeros behind it. That's just for one prophecy. So each one is like tenfold, or however that works. I'm not a statistician, but it's insane. It's like if people would just know that, they're just those 8 prophecies. It's like one. How many silver dollars would be in 3 foot if you filled up Texas with 3 feet of silver dollars? Try to imagine the amount of silver dollars. That's what I'm saying. So it's 1 into that amount of silver dollars. That's how you're supposed to look at that. You know, see what I'm saying? And then somebody being blindfolded and just randomly picking it up and picking the red one out of all those other ones. It's impossible, basically. And he said anything over 8, basically, you're just talking. And he said for 300, he said with 300 prophecies, he said this is why this guy got saved. He's like, you can't argue against that. No matter, like, there's no, like, what is male, what is female bull crap like you see nowadays. Like, a male has a penis, a girl has a vagina. That's how you know. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be crass, but that's what, you know, when people on TV, Supreme Court judge is asked what a female is, and she can't say an answer because she's so worried about being canceled from this woke culture. And y'all think we actually have a chance to come back from this crap? Guys, we are in end times. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. A Supreme Court judge can't even tell you what a woman is because she's scared if she says a woman she has vagina and boobs. Like, if she said that, oh my gosh. Even though that's totally true. That's science. It is funny because the people who are not Christians, they say, I'm not Christian because of science. I'm like, your science says that you can be whatever you want to be. Like, you can be a tree if you say you're a tree. Like, really? You're not doing... Science has to be repeatable, observable, and there's all these other rules. You know what I mean? There's rules of science, scientific rules. And that's what a miracle is. A miracle is something... Technically, the truth of a definition of a miracle is something that can only be done by God. It breaks the laws of science. Okay? So when somebody throws a basketball, yeah, I know, I've used it before. Man, that was a miracle shot. But no, that wasn't a miracle. A miracle was when something I saw on YouTube where this car that was only about this high, maybe 4 inches off the ground, and it runs over this 14-year-old kid, and the kid just jumps up and has not a scratch on him. Stuff like that. Like that there's no way that's possible. I mean, you know what I mean? And I've seen stuff I've had miracles in my life. But I'm just saying, man, this world's getting crazy. It's going to get worse, so much worse. If you don't have, like, I rely on, like I was talking to my dad, you know, we were just talking. I rely on God for everything. The Holy Spirit, Jesus, Lord God. I rely for everything. I mean, I pray about everything. If I get a hangnail, I'm praying about. I mean, because God wants you to. People think that God is just like, it's all like, okay, now you can speak, but make sure you speak very, very, like, kingship-wise, like, thou king of all the kings. Talk to me in Shakespearean language. No, God is like your father on earth. That's why he made us have parents, to give us a guide on how to treat him. He wants to hear about your day. Sometimes I'll talk to God and I'll joke around. I mean, not really much, but I mean, that's because I feel weird, like I don't tell God jokes. That's stupid. But I mean, like, sometimes I'll laugh and then I'll look up and be like, you know what I mean? It's just, but no, I'll talk about God. You know, I'll talk to God about, you know, when I get in the car, I'll be like, Lord, help me have a safe trip out. The road is crazy. I just talk to him like a person. And it's amazing. But I really gotta go to bed. Oh, is it only one? Wait, oh, shoot. What time is it? Oh my gosh, dude. I was looking at my time streaming. I was looking at my time streaming at 1 hour and 30 minutes. I thought it was 1:30. It's 2:50. Holy. Alright, everybody. I'm sorry, whoever just tuned in. I'm going to be on tomorrow. Tuesday. Anybody who's watching this, look up right now you can pre-download it. It's a free-to-play game, and it looks like Destiny. 3 character classes, amazing weapons, amazing abilities. This game is getting reviews. I mean, it's getting legit reviews. 4.62 out of 5 so far, just with the beta. So it's called The First Descendants. You type in The First Descendants, like the descendants of, your family. The First Descendants. It's amazing. This first time I've been kind of excited about a game, but I know how to keep my excitement because of Anthem and all Outriders and all these other. I'm not even gonna say Destiny Killer because that's stupid. That's just stupid. There's no rule in gaming world that there can only be one Destiny. I mean, come on, guys, let's get over that stupid Destiny. I think you don't see that whole Destiny Killer crap anymore because it's like after 10 years, I think Destiny's kind of proved itself. Like, it might be dying, but guess what? It ain't dead, guys. And guess what? It's in the top 20 of games played at one time. I mean, it's in the top 20 of games that are currently being played for the last 10 years. Tell me what other game has done that. You can't. So yeah, Bungie has its problems, I agree. But, this DLC it's been better than what I thought. But, like I said, this game might take me off Destiny. I'm just saying it's got similar things from Warframe, but it doesn't look as weird and crazy. You can go look at trailers for it. First Descendants. I mean, it looks amazing, and I'm excited. It's free to play, kind of like Destiny 2 is. You can buy, seasons or whatever, but there's gonna be 3 classes, and they're gonna have special abilities. I mean, they have lightning, frost, all kind. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, the enemies are really cool. Some are robotic, some are a mixture of robotic and the little enemies. There's these one ads or enemies that look like the World War II, the big giant World War II landmines they would put underwater. They were round and they had little spikes. So if you hit the spike, it blew up. Well, they were like those with wheels with like legs on them. But it's realistic though. It's not. It actually looks more realistic, a little bit more realism than Destiny. Actually, it kind of has the same look as Outriders as far as like realism. I don't know. Destiny 2 is weird. It's kind of hard to call Destiny 2. It's like it's not cartoon, but it's not real. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's not like Borderlands. That's easy. That's like a cartoon type thing. But Destiny is like it's weird. Certain games it's hard to tell. Sometimes it's hard to call it, but like just go look at the trailers or go on YouTube and type in The First Descendants gameplay or whatever. But you can download it now, but that's what I was gonna tell you. You're not gonna be able to play it till Tuesday. So yeah, reset day. So I'm not gonna be playing reset. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna be playing. I've got so much stuff already, dude. I've got like 10 swords. I mean, I've got every new exotic for all 3 characters already. So it's like, I've been trying to find something that's just similar to Destiny. And this looks like this is the closest thing. This is closer than what I even imagined. Like this is closer than what I could come in my head. The gunplay looks awesome. It has the damage numbers. I love that. I hate any kind of like I'm addicted to numbers. Like I play Neverwinter too. So when I see I hate playing games where you kill an enemy and you don't see the damage numbers. I hate that. I hate that. I want to see damage numbers. And so it does that, and I don't know. Go check it out. First Descendants. I'm giving it maybe the breakthrough game of the year or whatever you want to call it. But we'll see what happens. Longevity is the hardest thing for games right now because people have no lives and they play for 12 hours a day or more even, and they just eat the content up, dude. They just eat it up, man. There's people like there's a lot of things I don't have like I don't have the microcosm and all that stuff yet, but I only have to do there's 3 missions, the heavy trace rifle. I don't have that yet, but I don't care. it's not worth it. There's nothing I'm getting excited about in Destiny anymore. Like literally, there's nothing. So I mean, I basically I play it just to have fun. Like so, I'm not like, you know. And I'll show y'all.
Guardian, what puzzles do you bear?
Oh man.
When was the last time you can remember we were at peace?
Strand shader. Did it change? Oh, it did. Yeah, I got this. There's 4 new shaders. I'm kind of doing the Iceman look right now. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back. I'll be on tomorrow. Doing something.
Even with the most
who knows?
ciphers, all
all right.
that is required
Good night. God bless.
is the right